In a dramatic daylight operation on the Sumy front line, Ukrainian forces carried out a devastating drone strike that completely wiped out a Russian Marine unit attempting to cross a river under heavy camouflage. What was meant to be a quiet and concealed movement quickly turned into a deadly trap, as Ukrainian aerial surveillance had already detected the operation long before it began. Reconnaissance drones silently tracked the Russian boats for hours, watching every move as troops prepared to transport ammunition and supplies across the water. As the Russian Marines launched their small boats and moved toward the center of the river, Ukrainian FPV drone teams were already on standby. The moment the boats reached the most exposed point, the attack was unleashed. One FPV drone suddenly dove from the sky at high speed, striking the first boat with pinpoint accuracy. The impact triggered a violent explosion, tearing the vessel apart and throwing soldiers into the cold river below as water, debris, and smoke filled the air. Almost immediately, a second drone targeted another boat that was desperately attempting to turn back. The drone slammed directly into the cargo area, detonating stored ammunition and creating a massive fireball that lit up the river. The blast sent shock waves across the water, leaving behind nothing but burning wreckage and floating fragments. Ukrainian soldiers, observing the scene from the opposite riverbank, could be heard reacting in disbelief and excitement as one successful strike followed another in rapid succession. Panic spread among the remaining Russian troops. Realizing there was no escape, some abandoned their boats and attempted to swim back toward the shore. However, the drones continued their hunt. Ukrainian FPV units tracked the swimmers with relentless precision, detonating near their positions and ensuring the river itself became a deadly kill zone. Within minutes, the water was filled with oil, shattered wood, and the remains of destroyed boats, leaving no safe path for survival. According to field reports, the entire Russian Marine operation was neutralized in a matter of minutes. Out of 6 boats identified by Ukrainian reconnaissance, none managed to reach the opposite bank. Those who survived the initial explosions were left exposed in the water and were quickly eliminated by follow-up drone strikes and small arms fire. Footage released by Ukrainian sources shows FPV drones flying just meters above the river surface before slamming into their targets in blinding flashes, visuals that rapidly spread across social media and were described by viewers as some of the most precise FPV strikes recorded so far. After the ambush, Russian command communications reportedly went silent. Attempts to send rescue units were abandoned due to the continued presence of Ukrainian drones controlling the area. Ukrainian operators maintained full aerial dominance, scanning for any remaining movement and striking again whenever survivors were detected. The psychological impact on Russian forces was severe, with survivors later describing the approaching drone sound as an unmistakable warning of death, a noise that no camouflage, terrain, or water could protect them from. Ukrainian military officials later praised the strike as another example of modern precision warfare and tactical superiority. They emphasized that rivers, forests, and traditional concealment methods no longer offer safety from constant aerial observation. Analysts note that Ukraine's growing mastery of FPV drone warfare has transformed even routine maneuvers into high-risk operations for Russian forces. Unlike artillery or missiles, these drones provide unmatched flexibility, able to navigate tight terrain and strike small, moving targets with terrifying accuracy. Experts believe this operation highlights a major shift in modern warfare, where inexpensive drones now rival heavy weapon systems in effectiveness. What was once considered a simple river crossing has become a deadly gamble, forcing Russian forces to rethink their tactics or face repeated losses. This battle was not only a tactical victory, but also a powerful psychological blow, reinforcing the message that in today's war, the skies are always watching, and the next buzzing sound could be the last English auto-generated Ukra.